appropriately, modestly, and nothing that would distract my parents from, not seeing who she is, being herself.
If I brought a girl home to my parents, I would like her to be dressed sophisticated and elegant so that my parents don't get the wrong idea. I'd say probably classy. I think it's important for a girl to dress modestly, not just for their own sake, but as far as my parents, if I brought home a girl that was kind of dressed not classy, then they might get the wrong idea, like Alex said.
Thank you.
For me, it's got to be modest because you don't want her to send the wrong signals about herself to your parents. And I know my parents wouldn't want a girl like that coming home.
Yeah, me too. Modest is hot.
It would be nice if she would, I don't know, it's probably heard a lot, dressed modestly, but, just good taste, nothing that's distracting, I guess. Something that, I could be comfortable being around and want her to feel comfortable too, and I think in order for a girl to feel comfortable, for me to be comfortable, just covered, just have good taste. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If I was on a date with a young woman, I'd like her to dress modestly. First, some people, it varies from person to person, but I like to have no stomach showing, like knee length, sleeves, just so that I won't get distracted. No low cut stuff. Def jacket. It's cold outside.
Well, I like the young women when they're wearing some nice jeans and a buttoned up shirt, maybe a jacket over that. That sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's been a wonderful experience for me to have daughters, and I've learned a lot from them. And it's been fun to counsel them because they've been very bright and able, but it's been fun to discuss with them about the world and how different things affect a young woman or a young man. And it's been I've been grateful to know in my heart that the young women who are really the most attractive to young men are those who dress modestly and take good care of themselves, exercise, and are careful about having a healthy body. And so when I discuss that with my daughters, it gives them an image and a picture in their mind of really, what it would be like to be a child of God. And if you're comfortable in God's presence, then that's the kind of modesty that we're talking about. And that's the very kind of dress and modesty that most appeals to young men. I remember from my days as a teenager and in high school of realizing that myself and hoping that I would meet a young woman that thought that much of herself that she would dress in a pleasing way to her Heavenly Father, and that would be the kind of example that would be set in my home. And I was fortunate enough to find a young woman like that. And so as we counsel, our daughters, that's been the counsel we've given them. And it pays off because not only then, when you dress modestly, do you have this refreshing, lovely appearance, but also the Spirit, goes with you. And then you make good friends, and when you meet that one, the Spirit helps bring that about. And so these are very important things for our young women to understand. And I'm grateful for learning that. And as I counsel for my young men with my sons, I tell them to watch for young women who are like that, who value what Heavenly Father thinks about them, and they dress accordingly. And to watch for that, because that's very attractive to young men as well. It keeps us all safe. So that's what I did for my daughters and counsel to my sons. I guess I've also said this, as you look for somebody to date, you want somebody that will be a good influence on you, so you can safely maneuver through teenage years and those early years. But at the same time, you're looking for somebody that you may marry, because we marry the people we date. And so we want to date the kind of people who would be an influence in our home and that we'd want to marry. And so I tell them, of course, lead with your heart and make your decision with your mind. But in the final analysis, when you make those decisions, you make them with your soul and spiritually. And you have to consider all that as we date and marry in our lives. And involve Heavenly Father and the Spirit. So thank you. This has been wonderful to talk to you. I'm glad to share my feelings.
Thank you.
Short shirts and short t-shirt and spaghetti straps.
Basically maybe short shorts and short sleeves, just anything that's immodest.
What makes me uncomfortable about what a girl's wearing and stuff like that is it's mostly when they're like mostly uncovered and stuff like that. It's very distracting when you're talking to them or anything. Like you'll be talking in a conversation and all of a sudden you keep on glancing down or something like that, and that's what makes me uncomfortable. And I'd rather just have them covered up and so I can just talk to them. It's like the conversation will just flow more normally.
Short skirts.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, low cut
No
shirts.
tank tops.
Yep.
We don't go for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because it gives
you look
bad
like
thoughts.
you're immoral.
Very bad
That's
thoughts.
the prophet said in this last General Conference. Come walking pornography. Where was this guy?
When the prom dress shows more skin than a swimsuit, the outfit needs to be changed.
Well, I think that young women that wear short skirts or short shorts kind of portray themselves as they don't value themselves and they don't really respect themselves either, because they're not willing to be modest and they're willing to take the easy route for some guy that probably isn't worth it. So.
Well, it definitely is uncomfortable being around them, and it's not fun to have legs shown at you and everything. So, it's just brings unclean thoughts, and it's. I think a lot of young men probably realize that, and I think if you're trying to attract guys that way, it's not the right guys you want to get, and definitely it's just. A lot of times at youth activities, I see young women with short skirts, and we're at seminary in the mornings with short shorts, and it's just, I don't know why they do it. I guess it might be hard to find clothes that cover you up, but I don't know. I don't go shopping for those clothes. But definitely it's uncomfortable to have it right in front of you. It brings unclean thoughts, and it's not nice.
Well, when I see girls with short shorts and short skirts, it makes me want to look up at the sky and not look at anything. Because, modest is the hottest.
That the shirt is too short. She bought the wrong size. I don't know. I don't think, she should be showing her stomach. The shirt needs to go all the way down to her waist. So.